Welcome to another Locked In vlog. In this video, we're going to be going through a few of my things that I've accumulated over the years and trying to reorganize my place for, I don't even know, the 100th time I feel. So if you don't already know, I live in a 500 square foot apartment. This is literally my bed right here and my kitchen right here. And this is my little studio spot that you see me film a lot of my reviews. So keeping bike parts, especially bike parts I have for review, bike parts I want to keep, and then spares and things that I want to, use for repairs or save for other videos. I do have to store in here, and there's not a lot of space, so I'm going to show you in this video a quick snippet of how I organize most of my clothing and bike accessories in a very small storage cube type setup, and then basically show you the massive amounts of parts that I have that I need to put somewhere that have basically just stuck into a box and shoved in my closet, but it's very inconvenient to go back and forth. So I'm going to be organizing today into a couple different categories. Is parts I want to sell, parts I need to keep, parts for review, and then parts I need to put in my little teeny tool shed that's out in my patio. And this is no spin-dat size tool shed. I can't even stand in there. So it's just going to be small parts or parts that I'm going to save for when I need to do repairs. So I'm going to be basically just going through the myriad of parts and trying to make sense of the organizational setup. So I'm going to show you what I'm starting with and my kind of thought process to maybe help you out if you're trying to do the same thing. But tag me on Instagram or in the comments below with links to if you've seen cool cycling storage setups in tiny homes or tiny apartments, because mainly it's just parts that are hard. I'll show you a little bit of my bike storage setup in this video after I organize the storage bin. So let me show you how I typically store things now. But legitimately, all of this is cycling related, and I'm going to walk you through how I keep this organized currently. This is all of my road style cycling kit, jerseys that match, so that means that the bibs and tops are wrapped up together. This is a kit that you'll see later on the channel that I'm going to have for review. Then we just have my assortment of black bibs that go with all the other jerseys that I have that don't have like a matching bottom. Then this is going to be my gravel or what you'd call mountain apparel, so this is going to be my t-shirts, my bib liners, anything that's just gonna be more casual rides or what I wear for like a t-shirt ride, wearing just normal shirt and then just wanting a bib liner. Then we have my hardware box, so this is gonna be all my bike tools. This gets organized every once in a while, but then things go out of their bins, but my assortment of tools that I pretty much need. This is gonna be my bag and bin of my cycling accessories, so cycling caps, jackets. I keep an assortment of cycling clothing bags in here. So if I'm bike packing or want to organize something in the backpack, if I'm going for a ride, that's what lives in here. Then my assortment of bandanas, things like that, and my arm and leg warmers. Down here we have my assortment of small bike packing bags that I use semi-regularly, so like my bolt-on Revelit design bag. I have my fanny pack that I'll use when I do t-shirt rides sometimes. Then we have this area up here that gets used a lot, but again, it stays organized for a few weeks and then it gets mangled because I get new stuff coming in here. So basically, this is my little box that has stuff that I use pretty regularly but not needing all the time. So it has my pump that I don't bring on every single ride. It has my chest strap, a mask, chapstick, sunscreen, and little baggie if I need to carry extra chamois cream with me on a ride. Then this is going to basically be my lighting and electronics. Up here we have sunglasses and wireless headphone cases, as well as my handy luggage scale, so when me and Mario have upgraded parts on our bikes we can weigh them to see how much weight we saved. Then apparently I have a chain here. Don't know why it's here, but this is going to be my tubeless setup. So this is going to basically have all my sealant, my syringes, and a brake bleed kit, as well as duct tape, things like that. This is going to be my assortment of products that I either have for review, and then the chaos just continues. And then this is going to be the audio setup and everything I use when doing ACN. That's going to live in here. So again, you can see it's somewhat organized and I know where everything's at. Stuff comes in and changes so much, I don't know what to do. And this is not even all the parts. So now you see my storage solution, and then me quickly organizing, like I said, over the course of a few hours, and for you it's about 30 seconds. And what I've basically come up with is just refining my space into a few different things that makes sense to me. So as far as bike storage goes, this is my main storage for the Poseidon Redwood. This is a really cool minimal mount from Cyclock. The only thing is you do have to use a SPD style pedal to mount your bike on this. And it is kind of bike specific, so depending on the tire size I'm running, sometimes they don't fit on the platforms or it only fits on one, but it still works pretty well. Then over here you have my Warhawk sitting vertical with just some wood and Home Depot hooks to store multiple different wheel sets. That stock wheel set I'm going to definitely have up for sale. And then I can store another wheel down here. I'm not going to show you the Marauder down here because it is built, but that's not been debuted yet because this is the prototype frame and the real one is going to be painted soon, so make sure to turn notifications on so you can watch that later. I do have some underbed storage as well that I can put here. I have some miscellaneous parts or bigger items like seat posts and things like that that I do swap out regularly on my bikes, as well as my bike trainer can live behind this underneath my bed. So now that I'm all organized and seeing kind of how I keep things in my place for my bike storage, let me know what you think. It's something that I constantly always changes, and this is probably like version 4.7 out of all the ones that I've done since I've moved in here a few years back. I absolutely love living in a tinier space, but it is more challenging for storing a lot of items when you do YouTube. And I still would love to hear some of your suggestions, and feel free to put those in the comments below. But now I am totally over organizing, and I'm gonna save the tool shed setup and to show you the massive amount of tires that I have later in another vlog, so it's not just an organizational HGTV style vlog today. So let's go out on the trail and see how these kitchen sink bars fare on the trail.
Singing, give me love and give me life. And the DJ spinning, everybody out on the dance floor singing. Hey, oh, way, oh. Some of those makes me feel alright. These are the best days of my life. Hey, oh, way, oh. Some of those makes me feel alright. These are the best days of my life.
I was testing the TT section on the gravel, and there was a road guy that you probably saw in that little sequence that was riding next to me, and he was, you know, I just casually passed him. I don't even have my bell on right now because I just put these new bars on, and then he decides to like tuck and try to go fast. So I was like, okay, I'll get on the gravel into my TT position just like he was on his road bike and, you know, work it a little bit. But came out super hard, gave too much of an effort before I actually warmed up, but I still was able to you know, make him mad in the best kind of way. I didn't yell at him or anything, but I made him work for it if he was gonna, you know, try to show off a little bit. Let me know if the same thing happens to you. I always think it's funny when, you know, these roadies are on bikes with TT bars and 25C tires and they're big gearing, and I'm here with my 50Cs and a 34 front chainring. You know, with the GoPro in my mouth, like I look the least offensive of anybody, I think. Let me know in the comments below. All right, that was much needed. I'm glad I got to cruise a little bit to this halfway point here. Not doing big miles. I'm gonna dedicate some vlogs, don't worry, to just rides. I have a few local sections, some dirt, some road. I just wanted to give this bar a shakedown and again, take a break from cleaning all day. So, surprisingly, initial thoughts, not to give anything crazy away, but as far as the two things, one, tire-wise, definitely feel faster than I remember them feeling back in the day. That was quite a while ago, and that was mostly, I noticed the drag on the 650 by 47s. So even though these are 50s, that contact patch should be bigger. I don't know why, but again, that's why I wanted to go back to back between the two, but they definitely, maybe I'm slower, or maybe I've been riding so many gravel tires, everything feels about this fast. So Besides that point, the kitchen sink bars, I wanted just to test the TT position like I had mentioned on the dirt and on the road. On the road, I can definitely see the merit for it. It does tuck your frontal area a little bit, so if you are doing higher speeds, I could see that being a little bit more aero and taking a little bit less effort off of you, especially into a headwind compared to being in the drops or even grabbing up on the hoods like I tend to do on a bar that doesn't have a TT bar or a hoop. On the gravel, if you have the Redshift Sport stem, it's definitely still pretty stable. I was really worried it was going to get real sketchy, but I think if it's pretty well-mannered Hero gravel and you have a somewhat of a suspension stem or running lower pressures, I think this is actually fine as long as it's that mild gravel. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to end it here so I can just enjoy the ride back. And again, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and turn notifications on so you can see all the reviews, vlogs, and everything else in between I put out on this channel. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. You can help support the channel via Spreadshirt or Pateron. Links for all of those things are in the links below. And thanks for watching this episode of Locked In.
Let's get locked in.